Ohayo! Welcome. This is a little bit later of a stream than I would like, but I had a lot of trouble sleeping last night, so here we are. Super duper late stream, but I guess it works out, right, for the ambiance and feeling, because I don't know, we're getting to the point where like the sun is starting to come down later and later. Like, who is it? For me, for example, the sun barely went down, so if I played this earlier, I wouldn't be scared at all. But right now, you know, it's completely dark outside. I have the lights turned off in my room. I'm getting into the mood to play this game, and I'm really looking forward to it. The title screen music goes pretty dang hard. It's pretty spooky. I really like it. But yeah, let's not stall too long. I hope everyone's doing well today. What is it? Last time we left off, we found out that we indeed did not kill a single person. So my murderistic tendencies did not play out the way I thought it did. This basically implies that there's some sort of third person, or not third person, but like another person off camera who's been killing these people for me, and I was just being strung along. So I'm really wondering like what the heck is going on in this game. But yeah, here's our main guy, Shogo. I'm assuming because we have this line here, it means that we'll be able to see other characters' point of views as well later on. But anywho, let's get going. Let's hop into the branch. Unaga Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Honjo's interest in the occult starts to grow. Learns more about it from Yoko. Yes. Do I resume? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to change the timeline. Let me see. Okay. There's something that a friend of mine DM'd me regarding the game, and I can't remember what they said. Okay. I see. Anyways. God, what's my memory back? But I still feel out of it. Oh, she's so comfortable. Did I not have this before? Huh. I guess before, what I did was I just talked to her immediately. Alright, who's behind me? Let's try to see if I can do things differently. I'm so scared. Oh. You're kidding, right? I don't think I'm gonna able. Yeah, you can already see that guy in the back. Oh, okay. Good thing you can see my cursor. there's times where I'm like trying to move around my cursor, point things out, but you guys can't see it. Anyways, yeah, you already see that guy. I saw him the first time we played too, but you couldn't interact with him. Weird stuff and things you could see but not understand. really like unsure about how to change the future. I'm like trying to see if like checking out the topics out of order changes anything. So far, nothing really. What's that got to do with the 7 mysteries? On Miyoji, let's go. And here she talks about her dog. I wonder if the dog story is true, or is it just like to, you know, garner sympathy? Whoa. Feels like the air just changed. Here we go again. Oh, it's on my back, I can't move. Keep yelling her name. Ooh! Okay. There we go. That's different. Okay. Is calling her name really gonna help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Should I look for what's causing this? Yoko! Hang in there! Yoko! Look at me. You're gonna be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there. Yoko! What? Whoa! Okay. Alright, that was easy. Here I thought we were gonna waffle on a bit longer. She's okay this time. Huh? Oh, good. You're awake. What? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused. I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Or your humor's off balance? What? What did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance. Well, back there. You ended up like that because of your humors. Yeah. I've heard at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow? What? Are you backing out? Yeah. It just doesn't seem safe to me. And I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on. I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay? I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So, to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Really? It's that simple? She's alive now? That's it? Yeah, she's alive this time. I don't know, like, why, but me calling out her name just caused her to pass out instead of me turning around. Because when I turned around, she died, right? So this time, I just kept staring in front of her. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off the investigation. There's persuaded by offering to continue the search on his own. 5 a.m. So we completely skipped the events of that night. In further news, what? I died, or he died, before dawn today. A police officer on patrol discovered a man lying in Central Park. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. The investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area at around the same time. Wow. So this time Shogo died. Yeah, it's either me or her. Oh, what the fuck? I should have played this last stream. I didn't know it would lead to like an intro screen. I didn't know it was like that short. Yeah, I should have ended the stream with this. Woo! Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogo Okie's story to a close. That's it? He just that's his story? Wow, okay. But this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The roots of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. She's one of the protagonists? Wow. Haruo Shigema, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Tsutsuru, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Yeah, I guess that wasn't the true path. It was just an intro. Wow, these are the 3 protagonists? That's interesting. I like how they got like the most boring protagonist out of it, like the most boring possible protagonist out of it. Like Shogo is such a like stereotypical like hot-blooded male character, right? So it's a lot more interesting to see the story through these characters. You don't normally get to see, you don't normally get to play games with characters like these. I'm surprised that the other girl, Yoko, isn't a main character though. She seems like she would be, but I guess we'll find out what she has to do with this game. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Wow. Okay, I was going to start with Haruo because that's the first person that they showed off, but I kind of want to go with with another character because their stories like start off earlier. This way I can go like in order of the time sequence, if that makes sense. So let's go with Tetsuo. Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department. Metropolitan. First Investigative Division is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasta Gardens, with his subordinate, Jun Erio. 11 p.m. This is where we encountered that lady, but I don't think she's gonna be here this time. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow, I doubt it'd be that simple. Yeah, it's not Ace Attorney. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? Waluigi board. Hello, Lexi. Yeah, he's actually talking about a Ouija board. Welcome, welcome. Hope you've been doing well. You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. I'm doing alright. Been having trouble sleeping, but besides that, I'm okay. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've gotta be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Spirit board. Young boys and girls. Coin and a piece of paper. Ask a question. Adopted from Western spiritualism, molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. And cause self-hypnosis or auto-suggestion. Many schools banned these spirit boards, after there were several cases of students sneaking into schools at night. Addition of stories of people having seizures when using the boards. Jesus Christ. I'm too like wussy to ever try one of these things in real life. I do feel like it's a bit of like auto hypnosis though. I'm not sure if there's actually any. I'm not really a believer of that kind of thing. Listen up, Ario. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I remember trying one, and the girl next to me was absolutely moving the thing and screaming. Yeah, it's like aren't they doing that themselves? they're just making it up, right? They're just having a little bit of a gaggle. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. These biases weaken our judgment, get too fixated on one thing, and you stop seeing everything else. Yeah, it's kind of like a bias thing, right? Like you know, if you're doing that spirit board thing and you absolutely think that there's the existence of ghosts, like you think that it's possible, then you're gonna lean into it. It's easier to to suggest things to you, if that makes sense. Like how if you go to like a hypnotist show, and the guy like brings you up. Like I heard like it only works if you already believe in hypnotism already. Like that kind of thing. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on! We gotta go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off being in a place like this. Oh, wait. You mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. Ugh, fine. Let's get this over with. Aye aye, boss. Alright, thinking emoji. I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. The former Yasuda Gardens here, in Yokohama Ichome, were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. Junorio, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is Sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums it up. But, boss. Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but it's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yeah, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type kind of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yeah, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much, he had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Okay, sex mail. Man, he sounds like a good guy. No! He had a fiancée? I wonder if they'll come up in the story. That's fucked up. Don't worry. You're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo... No! Fuck. God damn it! Every time. It's bound to happen when you're playing like a mystery game, I think. The real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you? Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. This sounds so bad out of context. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that it's like a sure thing I'll die. Oh boy, that's a flag if I've ever seen one. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. You shouldn't be looking forward to something like that. You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenjun, Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone. No siblings or anything. I went to his house for a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. He lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent, living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things are complicated. That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school. Over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there had been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at this immediate police department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. If you'll make it tomorrow. No, just kidding. Hey boss? I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. The first with a suicide of a high school girl who jumped off of a building in Kamizawa last week. This probably has to do with the other girl. Her friend who died, right? Yeah. I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been troubled for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seemed he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings on his investigation. I see. In your thinking, it may have had something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too. And what was the other case that's working? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. Another girl. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seemed to be the leader of a group of kids who would get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She's pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with a girl the day she died. But he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right. Just when she finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But, we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Yeah, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them, if they need convincing. Yeah. I'm sure they prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least. Oh, I thought I was... You were? Shit! Is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me, actually. Oh, well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyways, boss, were you even listening? We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Okay, nice. It's cool that they give us a summary. I feel like most people, you know, there's no possible way they would remember all these details that they just dumped on you. We're investigating the fiancé who sees 2 female students from Komagata High School. Is Komagata High School like a girls only school? That's what it seems like. I haven't heard of any boys. But then again, they also didn't mention that it's a female only school. How suspicious. Will we learn more from playing the high school girl? Yeah. The high school girl will give me a lot more details on that. But hello, Tanha. Welcome, welcome. I decided to play this guy because, like, he's like first in the timeline, sorta. The girl was also there as well, but we decided to go in order. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. Try to play the girl as much as you can first? Okay. We'll see. But since he had no record of chronic illness, and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find out who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets, so we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't as many people who'd think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer, then rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have had to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. Was it because of the dumb achievement that gets locked out if you played in different order? What? You miss out on an achievement? I mean, I don't care too much about achievement, but it is kind of whack if you can miss out on it. I'll see what happens once I get like stuck. I like playing through an entire route until I get stuck. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago. Outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. Yeah, I'm assuming like you can play in any order. There probably is like an order they want you to play, but it's interesting seeing like even though it's like a visual novel, it's interesting to see how like what routes like different people take to reach the conclusion. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through, if he really wanted to. That would of course be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I'm gonna say the first thing, because I don't know like what he would be hiding yet. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And it seems like someone else was here with him. Could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There are no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Then you think he was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him? Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime, and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. I mean, his cause of death looks a lot like I'll just say this since I don't know all the details yet, but it looks a lot like Shogo's curse stone. Of course, this is the timeline where Shogo dies, so it can't be him. And it's not like Shogo killed anyone when he had the stone anyways. So I really wonder like what's the true cause of death. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You're like a god to me. You're the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Yeah, about that. And if this game was like more popular, there'd be so many like VL dojins. I feel like. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first, just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, it was a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure. You've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Yeah, I'm surprised I hear that as well. But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that. It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Yeah, I get it. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by you too. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden. It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it. That's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I came to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago. Oh, he's not single. So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me. Fuck! That's why you shouldn't pry into people's personal life. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you. Yeah, she took the kids. She took the Wii U. Ugh. I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late, only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad. Especially when you're out there putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it. Not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? You really think that I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on. I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Jeez. You don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student? Men love an educated lady. Don't tell me is it Yoko? He's a college... Well, maybe he doesn't know that she graduated. It's possible. She could have taken like her mother's name or something. Oh, we don't get like more details now that we're playing them. Stop that. What kind of cop are you, making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own though? Huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. But I don't think. Come on now. We both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. Interesting. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder. You know your history. Yeah. That happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we never would have caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. What? I didn't do it. I would never kill anyone. What are you talking about? I can't even kill a fly. That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. 2 decades ago. The highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Jesus. This is fucked up to read. Umichika Nejiwa, 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim. Jesus! I'm not reading that out loud. Good Lord. I don't know what came over me. I know that it was wrong. Was he possibly like possessed by something? That's the only thing I can think of. Fucking disturbing. So, all this occult stuff. Have you heard about it, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Is he really not interested? He seems... I thought he was like a stone owner. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? Well, this is like 11 p.m., right? So, and I believe like people got the curses at midnight. So there's still some time before he could obtain it, I guess. The whole thing started right here in Honjo, in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe cut it out. Nothing good can come off getting involved with that rite of whatever, or that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously. This isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the rite of resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles. Got it? Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tomorrow. Alright, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. What the fuck? Oh god, what is that? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. True life, it is no rumor. Believe me. Damn it. Who was that case all along? Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Such deep sorrow. Resentful memories flowing into my mind. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You acquired the power of the curse stone, the evergreen beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Use the curse button when someone lies to you. What? How are you supposed to know that? How do you know when someone lies to you? That's a crazy power. Can you imagine like testing it on people in real life? Like when you ask them like a question or something? That's one way to find out if they're lying. He deceived us. A man who tricked people with his false dark art swings from a rope. We thought the man had escaped, but he was found hanging in the garden. The man, a local named Jinkichi. You have a Magatama, basically. A Magatama that kills. Type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He's the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. The dead men tell no tales, and people thought of him as a bad man, even in death. Hung there for days. As a mansion's owner is not at home. Another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless. I'm confused. Jinkichi is the one who's hung, right? Yeah. Did they hang him because he, like, told a lie? I'm confused by his backstory. God! The murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick, black tar. No. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. But why would Susumi desire the right? Guess we'll find out. Kill them. When's the ghost, Dr. Sound? Hello, nobody. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well this evening. Getting ready for bed? Boss! Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No. We've got a bit of trouble on our hands. We've got trouble! Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Uh-huh. What are you talking about? Ooh. How spooky. All of a sudden, now that he has his power, he wants to continue going. This guy was ready to call it quits. He was ready to end the investigation and continue another day, but he's like a new man now. Cooking some food for his work bag. Isn't the best line. Aw, thank you. What are you cooking? What was they cooking? What were they cooking? I heard it's like bad to eat before bed, but I don't know. I always eat before bed. Well, more like eating makes me really sleepy, so I end up like passing out. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists, and to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the evergreen beach that's told in this area. Is that right? This sounds insane. Why would anyone believe this story? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. I'm never silly. The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen. You don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening. We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk. Hey, wait for me, boss. What the hell? What a jam. What the fuck? I wasn't ready for this banger. Yo! It's so yellow. What the fuck? What is this? Is this Persona 4? It's a Ryo Goku bridge. I do tteokbokki, but it's new to me. Oh, that's so cool. I really love tteokbokki, so I hope it works out well for you. Yeah, you're Toshiba? Is that a Dachi? Yeah, just on your fingers, not a Dachi. Sorry. I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility? It's the truth. It's not like I can prove it, though. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. Wait, he's part of like a fucking occult department or something? But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him. He's not stupid, but he sure can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone. Why'd we run all the way here to spread information? Right, you can trust me not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I heard rumors you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the security bureau. I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. This guy is so gonna die. He's like so like optimistic and carefree. Like he sets soft death flags every time he speaks. You serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seem a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me. Come on, boss. Do you really only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing. Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years, I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural. Oh. Five members, including the chief. Network of psychic contacts, including Mio Kuro Suzu. That's a name drop. Oh, hey, Meowth. welcome. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kriru Nakagoshi, born to a family of psychics. Very few have seen him in person, rarely seen in the office. Some theorize he's not flesh and blood at all. Oh, thank you for that fact. It's a gacha worth buying. His seat in the office is usually accompanied by a Nue, acts as Kuriru's messenger, reporting their findings to a bird. Nakagoshi case serves as a code name, referring to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Wait, where the hell is that? Okay, no, these are unrelated. Okay. Okay, we don't have any new profiles, or like that information doesn't like refer to any characters we already know about, so that's fine. Oh wow, I like how they rewrote his profile. He doesn't have that curse anymore. Oh, they didn't update my profile though. What the fuck? They should have. Oh. I spoke too soon. Okay. Horse's marriage. Has a penchant for candy and desserts. Surprisingly knowledgeable about current trends. How cute. Well-off household, healthy sense of self-esteem, optimistic outlook. Can't be me. Charge of investigating the case involved in as a student. Maintains a strong respect for Tetsuo. Dwelling place in which supernatural heroes do battle against secret organizations. He attended a police academy with Richter Kai, who is now a PI. Whose privates is he investigating? She initially became friendly when June found Richter holed up alone in a reference room. Invited him to go bowling. I see. We don't get an updated profile on him yet, though. So, do you have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope. I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. One beer and I'm down for the count. They're referring to like spirit powers to your like alcohol intake again. I see this is gonna be like a recurring thing. Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate and stretch. It's been a while, so I really appreciate that. I can't believe it's been an hour already. I know, man. Pog. Oh yeah, he does look like he's pogging out. It's so funny. He's always making that like that thick-lipped face. Yeah, welcome in, no name. Welcome. Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. Thought I'd help get the point across. Okay, this is giving me like more evidence that his daughter is that one other girl. They have the same like thing going on. Oh. Sorry. It seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss. At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on. What? So there's no hope for me? No. Say it ain't so. Of course you're interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training. Yikes. That seems like it'd be violation of Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? So, what do we do now? What a nice law. Yeah, nice. We got this right of resurrection, and the curse echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. The curse is being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency. It's that bad? I'll put it this way. It's like handing out guns all over town. Yeesh! That's real bad. Especially since we live in Japan, where guns aren't normal. It is. So we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience. Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means... Yep, you're gonna help me, partner. Alright, let's do this! You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working a case you know nothing about? You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss. You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. So, what exactly do we do? If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people who have the others should be all here in town. Right. If there's 7 more of them, then that means there are 6 more out there. And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the cursed stones. But boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer? Pretty much. We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now? Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. Jujutsu Butsu? I don't know. I've actually never read Jujutsu Kaisen or checked out anything, so you tell me. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout, and people will behave. That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are. But it's possible that other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious. That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case. Oh! Why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us the whole time? What do you know? There is someone there. Good luck. What the fuck? Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. It's that guy. It's the feet guy. Hold on. Okay, my volume's minimal. Okay. He's alive? Yeah, this is a different timeline. Yeah, this is the feed guy. Yutaro Namigaki. That's your name, correct? Yes. I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective? Did something happen? Oh, right. Lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying. That's what you're gonna say in front of the fucking cops, bro? So what to make of this guy? If this were a normal case, I'd be fine letting him take the reins. But curses are involved here. I should take over. Is the girl here too? Oh, I can't turn around. Okay. He hasn't pulled out his feet yet, so. Boss, let's talk to this guy. The man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. Who's watching us so calmly? We need to be careful with this guy. So, what is it you are doing here? Ah, it must be the incident at the former Yasta Gardens. The dead policeman? I can't imagine a detective would come out all the way here otherwise. Oh, sorry. Huh? Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach? What the fuck? Is he doxing me? He knows? I'm gonna be like bad cop. I'm gonna be super strict. How about you answer my question first? What were you doing here? I was answering your question. I came here to look for the Evergreen Beach from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it. I'm gonna feign ignorance. Nope, sorry. Really? How strange. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? What the fuck? He knows? How's this guy so smart? You, how did you... Ariel, shut the fuck up! Ariel, you idiot! Well, that was much easier than expected. Crap! Sorry. You just told me, fuck, boy. I know, he just doxed himself. I mean, he doxed us. It's fucking over. We lost. It was simple interference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intentions of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look, this is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion. I see. Okay, cool. He has the same curse that he had in the previous timeline. Big punches, dude. I want to. Can't wait for him to try using his powers on us. That's right, but are you sure about this? I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer, not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Let us speak as equals, shall we? What if I just sniped him right here? What if I just sniped him? Wait, is that a lie? Am I supposed to use it only when he's lying? This just seems like a blanket statement. This doesn't seem like a lie. Get that, idiot? I'll wait on it a little bit. Boss? Sure. We'd rather resolve this amicably too. Like, what happens if I use it and he's not lying, you know? Does it, like, backfire on me? How does this power work? But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone. The evergreen beach, just like you thought. What? Well, boss, why would you tell him? That's for how the curse works. Boss, are you having another senior moment? If you tell him that, it hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. Wait, you just gave away your power. I guess this ensures that he only speaks the truth, right? Because the second he tries to lie, we'll just kill his ass. So if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell, understand? Okay. Whoa, really? That's super useful. Yeah, it's not like he wants to kill. He's a cop? Tell that to American guy. All he has to do is not talk whenever he wants to lie, huh? Yeah, I guess so. But that's like showing you're guilty, right? I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective. Yeah, exactly. It's a threat. Now then, let's talk. Damn. It seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks then. I'll be honest with you. So far, so good. Like, he's pretty... What is it? He's, I don't think I need to kill him, right? Because we know what his power does. So, he can't kill me. No matter what he does, he can't kill me. So, I think we're okay with, like, interrogating him. We don't have to kill him. There's someone I want to bring back. So, I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dregs. Can't help you. Please. All you'd have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are. It's interesting that my stone keeps reacting though. Like why would he be lying about these things? That's what concerns me. Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go. Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well. Is that a threat? No. It's your final warning. Ugh. My curse, the foot-washing mansion. Do you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It didn't matter to me which of you was a curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway. Wait, Namigaki. The foot-washing mansion is a powerful curse, and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There is no escape from the voice of my feet. Ariel, get out of here. Hurry. I'll find you later. What? Okay. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo. The voice of his curse echo. Feet speak to him. Yeah. What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Impossible. This has never happened. What's happening? I don't hear anything. There you go. Now, grab him. Right. Namigaki, get down! Ah, damn it! Boss, here! His curse stone! Good work. Give it to me. Great. Now we have the power to kill anyone who can hear us. What the fuck? What a loser! Damn it! Why? What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you! You can't consider that assault of a police officer? He's a fleet guy, he's proud of it. Yeah, I know. He's so pathetic. Let him go. All we need is a stone. How could this happen? My rite of resurrection! Give it up. The rite was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Yeah, but we can't prove it, right? I mean, actually we can prove it because we have a whole paranormal affairs department. There's no way they would, like, not understand what just happened. So, I don't know. We definitely should lock him up, but, yeah. No, get out of here. Damn it! Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss? We'd probably be dead if he had activated his curse. I was like letting him live because I wanted to see if we could get more information out of him, but he just decided to try to kill us. So yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from. Boss, are you okay? Just having another curse don't hurt? Yeah, the curse from this one is flowing into me too. No, no. I saw what activates a curse of the foot-washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. Oh, I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the 7 mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something. Look, what did you see? Let's save that for later. All you know now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly. Phew. Okay, so you can wield multiple curses somewhat safely. Alright, so let's see the true meaning of the curse. Kills by crushing one who hears the command wash. This doesn't mean the foot guys. Oh no, he's not. I want to believe. Sometimes you have to delve into the dark side to achieve your goals. You. My foot is so filthy. Someone please quickly. So ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. I see. It's built from like the resentment. She was already an evil person. Sometimes we don't answer her feed, but we get it anyway. So true. I just realized what you meant by that. Disgusting. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries, while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems that the hatred the curse stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Assuming he was like telling the truth, maybe he wanted to bring back that woman from the first route. Maybe our main character could just see ghosts, because he didn't like interact with that lady that was standing behind us. Really? Then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they loved me in Paranormal Affairs. So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Next. Hunt for the Curse Bearers Part 2. Who's this? We handled that pretty easily, without having to kill that guy. The bright ass yellow map. Doing this locks you out. What? No! Well, I already collected. It was something to do with like the high school girl. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not a stickler for achievements. You can go back to the story chart, yeah. Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. This is a new character? Oh, who the fuck? Wait, Araishi. Where have we heard that name before? Oh, hold on. Haven't read this yet. Emotional neglect. I wonder if his maid died. That's like the... That's like the occult man, right? If only there was like a search button I could use. It's fine. What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Don't worry. This isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? Okay, cool. We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple questions. Local history researcher. There you go. He's a teacher as well. I see. Yeah, it's his fault that Yoko went out in the middle of the night. She saw his article. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. Hideki Araishi. He says he's a local historian, but supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact he's here at this time of night, it's plenty possible that he's a curse bearer. Play games with cute boys? It's not intentional, it just happens. But welcome in chat. Cute characters make it more fun to play. Sex, I wish? No. Questioning people like this can put unnecessary stress on them, depending on their position. This guy is pretty sharp. I'll have to play it safe and only push him when I see an opening. Boss, let's ask Hideki some questions. Appearances, it's hard to imagine a small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know. I should be careful. He might have a curse stone himself. Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps. That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book? Ah, right. You found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates. What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up. His teeth! His full teeth! Looks like I hit a nerve. If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you're sorely mistaken. Was the research you were doing just now related to the rite of resurrection? Oh, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. Huh. Just repeats himself. This Record of Fates. Where did you get your hands on it? The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful. Huh. So you don't believe in the rite? Chad, aren't you supposed to brush your teeth twice a day? Like, isn't that the normal? Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Or so I thought. Are you not an occult freak? Hello? The pot calling the kettle black? Things changed. It has become necessary for me to pursue the right. So now I pray that it is real. What changed? I'm sure you can imagine. The funds from my research. I received a large amount of funding for seeking the right of resurrection. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again. Oh, then that means someone is sponsoring your research. Is that right? So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try to get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I bought your book! Oh no! Ariel! What are you fell for it! The scams! The pursuit of the unknown begins, first and foremost, with the belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the cult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed, but through thorough research and deep consideration. No way. I can't believe it. You're surprisingly innocent. Then, what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation. What does that mean? Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. It's not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other. Huh. I see. Take the 7 mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years, so why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest. I admit, I am curious. So that's what you've been researching all this time. Makes sense. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether a right exists or not. The people in the Edo period believed that what was written in the Record of Fate was real. That's all I'm interested in. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks. Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess to what it is you are looking for. Are these not all the same answer? I'm surprised you know that. There is indeed a theory that the 7 mysteries of Honjo began because of the right to resurrection. Well, my theory. Unraveling the 7 mysteries may reveal the secret of the right. I think quite a few people are looking into the mysteries for that reason. Midoricho Park is connected to the story of the Taika of Suguru, right? That's right, but that isn't the issue at hand. Well, in that case. Oh, they want me to ask about everything. Okay. What? Damn it, if you know about that then. Calm down. No need to get so defensive. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat? You may say that, but I don't trust you. Perhaps you've already learned about curses. Perhaps you want to take my power away from me. No, that's not true. I almost revealed my hand. I'll say nothing else. Sorry, but I'll be taking my leave here. Fuck. Did I fuck up? Was I supposed to show my stone here? Hey, stop! He's so fast. Sorry, boss. He got away. Is this a bad end? What? Okay, let's try showing him my stone then. Motherfucker. I guess, like, since I have these stones, it's pretty impossible for me to lose, right? So I think it's completely okay for me to show my hand. We both want information, right? So why don't we have a nice friendly chat? A curse stone. You are a curse barrier. Bearer, sorry. A leaf. It is the evergreen beech then. Yep. Will you show me yours? This is mine. The ever-burning lantern. Oh, this is that guy we like one-shot, right? Because we turned the lights on and he ran away. Interesting. I'll tell you this for free. The evergreen beech comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him. Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the evergreen beech. The memories of the 7 mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all. Do whatever you want, but you should know something. The stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me. What? But... So don't try to lie to me. Oh no. You would curse a citizen, and you call yourself an officer of the law. That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to. What is it you want? The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours. Excuse me, but my right... First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you? No, of course I haven't, I swear. I can't believe he killed someone already. I see. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. Damn you, I won't give it to you! If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over, and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you are arrested. Fine. Fine. You can have the stone. Here. Okay, that was easy. Once you bring up his research, he gets real scared. He like prioritizes that over anything else. This design is cool. It's like a samurai committing seppuku. The last soba of their life. Their belly would be sliced open the next night. Turning into a grudge you would never forget. The man cut his own stomach open. Oh, I see. Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. Alright. Would you tell us everything you know about what's going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say? In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates. Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the cursed stones. Yeah. So in my first playthrough, I was like killing everyone I meet, because it was, different priorities, right? But now since I'm playing as a detective, I kind of want them to live so that I can get like as much information as possible. So that's how I'm playing it. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him. I wonder, the mysteries and right are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses. Kill him once you lose the rookie? Yeah. I'm gonna protect Erio like as long as I possibly can. Like if they kill him, I'm gonna be so upset. we need him. We need like the happy-go-lucky attitude to balance out the stiff old man. Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive. Next time, really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you. When we were fighting the foot guy, I was afraid that the curse would still affect him. Like I wasn't sure if muting the game like like affects me or like everyone. Yeah, protect Erio. I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be. Right, got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries though. Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there's 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town. We have to find them fast, or they may start using their curses. No, I think we're already too late. Huh? I didn't tell you this, but there are some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone. Really? Then he already killed someone with it? Of course. That's how he knew that his power worked. It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search. Right, on to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but boss? Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namigaki? That's what I'm saying. If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest? Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Another one down. I'm stuck. I think this means that I need to progress in the other characters. Because it didn't say, like, incomplete, like the other time. Alright. It seems like a good place to take a break. So, I'll stop here real quick. I'll, like, go on a BRB, and I'll be right back. It's gonna take some time to, like, get some water and stretch. And I hope you guys do that too. I'll be back in a jiffy. Hi-oh. Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's check out the story behind Sakazaki Yako, female high school student. Oh god, not the spirit board. Alright. Mio. Mio! 12 a.m. Komagata High School. What the? That's the star on her head. It should be everything. Okay, let's start. Is it just us two? This is some Yuri activity. Ready for this, Yako? Okay, I'm ready. You know, just two girls at school, alone, at night, after hours. Transfer student Miyokuro Suzu. Candy shop. Strong sense of duty. Bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome. Innate love of chaos. Holy shit. She fights against other boys. Crazy. How strong. Alright, let's start. Time for the Waluigi board, yeah. Oh god, this is scary as hell. My only other experience with this is from Twiwi. I think they had a Ouija board in that game, right? This is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Okay. Like that. Like this. Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Yeah, but you are the ghost. Yeah. Now we're the peoples. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, specter of the spirit board, please visit us. Your turn. Oh, fuck. I misread that. Well, I guess that's how I find out what happens when you get it wrong. They just make you do it again. Spectre of the spirit board, spectre of the spirit board, please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you are there. Yes. Oh, it really moved. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right. Questions. Start with a question you know the answer to and see the response. Then, when you know your answers are being answered when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Okay. I'll start with something simple. The meme of the two girls at a sleepover summoning demons. I don't know that meme. It's a scary meme. What is that? I think it should know the answer to this. Oh, specter of the spirit board, what is my name? No, it's like... Huh? What's the matter? How strange. No. Huh? It told me no? I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the specter of the spirit board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit really the real deal? Yes. It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. I'll ask it again. What is my name? It didn't even hesitate this time. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that meme, yeah. I saw that for like SMT. Like a strange journey. The bottom is like the doom, like the doom guy. Like, who keeps summoning them? Asking if I'll get a girlfriend. Chad, you want a girlfriend? I thought you would want like a boyfriend. Okay, what is this girl's name? Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? Wait, it knows? Why does it know her name but not mine? Bitch. Why not both? You can't have both. That's too greedy. Mio, that's right. That's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. It even used a weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. This is a bitch. My Uncle Tommy? Who? Mild-mannered young woman. Exudes an off-putting dark aura. Yeah, her eyes are kind of creepy. The apprentice of a famous psychic. She transfers schools frequently. Has trouble making human friends. What does that mean? She seems to get along well with crows and black cats. Huh. Actual goth girl. I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Does she look like you? She doesn't look like me, but hello, Feather Duster. Huh? It said no. Is it lying? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby, just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as a specter of the spirit board. Oh, really? Yeah, she is crazy, but apparently she's Yako's only friend, I think. We really should not be doing this in the middle of the night. Huh. Feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes. Okay. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. Yeah, they're not very clear. So far, they've only, I guess, like, ghosts from Ouija boards can only answer very plain and simple text. How they wrote that? Yeah, with the bottom being small. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Where are we? H-I-G-H. School. High school. Damn, they're gonna spell out the whole word. High school. High school, that's right. The answers don't seem to be very precise. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. What is that about the S? Has a little weird tail. Yeah. Who does Mio have a crush on? Yeah, I know, right? like, I was wondering if like, did they keep the Ouija board the same as in Japanese? Like did the ghost answer in English? Oh, specter of the spirit board, what is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Hey, you're gonna ask it that kind of question? Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious. No, let's not do this. It's Japanese in the original. I don't think Sakura's a stream tonight. You could just check her schedule. Their schedule on Twitter. Oh, it said no. I guess that means you don't have a crush on anyone. They had to reprogram the whole thing for localization. Oh, wow. Wow, I just assumed that it was originally like in English. Okay. I'm curious to see what it looked like in Japanese. Phew. Yeah, that's it. No is correct. Let's move on. Or maybe... Oh, specter of the spirit board. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Ooh! Wow! Hey, stop that. Don't make me exercise you. If that's the case, then... Oh, specter of the spirit board. Is it a teacher at our school? Huh. Aw, no good, huh? Yako, cut it out already. We made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions. You've got a point. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, specter of the spirit board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now is the important part. Yeah. Okay, so now we get a profile on him. No, this means that it was probably murder. Damn, yeah, it was their childhood friend. Occurred in old times, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Oh, specter of the spirit board, did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Oh, it was an accident, so it's not murder. I said yes. So it was an accident and not a suicide. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from that apartment building? No. Huh? She didn't? What do you mean? Michio didn't die from falling from the apartment building? No way. If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that, in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, but not a fall? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Seems like it doesn't know the details. Then how about, oh spirit of the specter board? We want to use that rite of resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rite of resurrection is? I wonder. Huh? Huh? Ah! What is this? Stop! I'm scared, Mio. Calm down. You can't let go before it's over. Ah! Wait, what did I mess up? Oh, did I say spirit of the specter boy? Wait, was that... Wait, what? Did I read it wrong? Fool's procession. Those who hear it shall fall into the depths of hell. Kill them. Kill them. Those who hear this sound. Kill them all. Require the power of the curse stone, the fool's possession, and use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the curse echo for more than 30 seconds. The effect will be negated if you are seen at that time. Press use curse to produce a sound. What? This seems like a shittier version of the foot one. So it only works if you make the sound while they don't hear you. Let me catch my breath, it's strange. I can't take the mask off. Oh no. Jesus, that's fucked up. They glued the mask to her face. Ugh. Yeah, this power creep. I don't know anything about Yandere Sim, but there's no fucking way it's anything close to that. That game will never be finished. Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. What? Two things to remember. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we're going flashback now. Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What, really? Who? I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way, Michio? She's been acting pretty strange lately, but I still can't believe it. Bro, this song is so good. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah. She seemed like a stereotypical honor student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after the third semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice tests makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is tests and grades. Yeah, this does seem like how high schoolers are taught. You know, I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Really? How so? Like he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. That's so scary. No way. I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with someone like that at home. You hear about suicides on the news, but for it to happen here, it's a little scary. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred in Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had a suicide? What? For real? That seems kind of like fishy. What the fuck? Who is this guy? There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Hello, Saku. Good morning. Hope you slept well. Yeah, I guess I'm slaying. I haven't slayed anyone this stream because I'm like, I'm playing it like a pacifist way, I guess. I'm not trying to kill people. I want to know more about like what's happening in the story, rather than jumping the gun. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors, got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating. Show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly, if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Yako? Sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being nosy. But, thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'll be happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? Hey, Mio. You know about the rite of resurrection, right? Yeah. It's that thing Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the off chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find it, if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it wherever you want. Yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff. You know, you've got that kind of gloomy look. I don't know how I should feel about that. But you do know how to do it, right? Kind of fucked up, but... Oh, yes, I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Michio, she... I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy, and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I knew she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself, I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad, and that her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself, how dare they? She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she killed herself over it. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes, there has been a strange feeling around things like recently. The thing you wanted to ask, is it? Yeah, I want to know the truth behind Michio's death, and where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be easy as you hoped. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... well... okay, if that'll make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mio! Okay, then tomorrow after dark? Yeah, it is depressing. Sometimes people die in horror games. Who knew? Shut up, soccer. $12 a.m. Alright, so we're back to the present. Huh? Are you awake, Yako? Yeah. Oh, what happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used a spirit board, and I suddenly heard something, like this weird voice. And then I passed out? Yes, as far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Oh. Was everything okay with the spirit? Yeah, it was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? Huh. In my hand? Whoa! What the heck is this? It looks so freaky. When did I get this? Yeah, she's really cute. Goth girl of all time. Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks a little like tools that were used for ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? This is a new track. Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you recall? I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then, this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!" I see, thank you. Yako? I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the rite of resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul gems. What? You mean this is a real curse? I know I said I wanted to use the rite of resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Sheesh. Yako, please calm down and listen. But how can I? I mean, you might be used to these kind of things, Mio, but I'm not. I didn't even really believe in the occult, much less think that the spirit board would actually work. But now, after something like that, what choice do I have but to believe? And not only that, but a curse that can kill people? What am I supposed to do about that? I know, it's only natural to feel that way. Anyone would feel confused. But first, you need to calm down. Take a big, deep breath. Right. Yes, just like that. In moments like these, the more troubled your heart is, the more its weaknesses are exposed. Exposed? Have you calmed down? Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. And so, the paranormal have been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh. I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Oh, I suppose to an extent. Hey, Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Trust me. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright. Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along to do the spirit board. It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. What's she mean by she'll take care of things? What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little, but I wouldn't say you're cursed. It's more like you gain the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse. Do you mean this curse stone? Yes, if the curse stone is used under certain conditions, a curse would be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the rite of resurrection. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So, someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seems to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The Feast of Shadows? Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. Someone did this. But who? I don't know what to say. It's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rite of resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. Okay. So the events of tonight are all due to like someone's meddling. I see. One could use it to amplify the power even though it's not naturally gifted. The curse stone's powers can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects also only appear after the sun has set. Ooh, okay. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So the curses can't be used outside this area or during the day? Correct. But speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just like will it? Do you mind if I try? Stop! You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in the situation, even though I'm here with you. I like how she was ready to like test it. That curse stone. I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It'd probably be best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. Really? We haven't heard this happen to the other stones. Like when we were Susumi, we just kind of like took other people's stones without thinking about it. No way. The cursed stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuke carving, but it can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved and have you hold on to it for now. Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it by then. Okay. So there are two things you should remember. First, do not feel the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. Right. The mysterious voice said the curse stones is the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story of the same name. One of the mysteries. Right, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. If this is a curse of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who receive curses associated with the other mysteries. Yeah. That voice also said that there are other curse bearers, or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul gems by killing a curse bearer. I'm gonna head to work to see you. Okay. Take care, Saku. Enjoy work and enjoy King Olja. I'm assuming you're watching it at work or something. Oh, you're watching like Kamen Rider W, right? Right, that's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with a curse, there's a chance you may be targeted if other curse bearers find us. We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. But, Mio. Yes? If this curse is real, then that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What the fuck? Just killing random people? She know what she's saying? What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse echo's grudge is rubbing off on you. Will you show it to me for a second? Is there something inside it? No! Stop! Yako. Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the rite of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight, we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the right. It's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please, just focus on worrying about surviving tonight. We're not using it on this chick. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. What? Ah! What? Why did the lights go out? Oh, fuck. If the lights went out, then it's that guy. The guy with the darkness stone. Fuck. How do we get out of this situation? Mio, are you okay? She's not okay. Huh? Mio? She's not here. What's happening? Where are you? Ah! Oh, no. What was that? Get me out of here. Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here. Over here. Can you see me? Huh, where? I can't see anything. Fucking chat. Not that way, Yako. Behind you. I'm behind you. Oh, what the fuck? You're right here. Turn on this way. It's pitch black. I have no idea which way I'm facing. There you are, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful. Your field of vision is being limited. Right. What the hell was that? Who was, like... Who the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. I really thought Mio died right there. How the hell do we escape from this situation? It's so dark. We don't have any, like, light sources. Hey, Mio? What was that just now? Could it be another curse echo, different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Mio was like right in front of us when the lights went out. I don't know why she like disappeared for a second. It was weird. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there. In that classroom. What? What's that red thing? Someone moved inside. Well... It might be the curse bearer. He used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. I wouldn't start running. She's our friend. If it was a stranger, maybe. It's true. Okay, be careful. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Oh, I hate this. What the fuck? Huh? There's just... Don't tell me there's a fucking teacher-student romance going on. What is this? Huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Janochi? And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A. What? Oh my, what's going on here? That bastard! He's at it again! Again? I have to kill him. Again? I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions. What the fuck does she mean by again? Is he known for like harassing students? I won't let him get away with this. What? That curse, I could kill him with it. No, Yako, you can't use the curse stone. What's gone into you? Resist it. Who's there? There's someone there. This is bad. We have to go before they see us. Alright, let's see what's his deal. He told me Okuda. That's that delinquent girl. Honor student, top of his class back in his high school days. Apple of his parents' eyes. We're not wooing for that. Jesus. Serious students to be beneath him. Largely looks down on them all. It didn't give like any detail on like why Yako is reacting like that. Wow, look at her hair. So pretty. I feel like using the curse stone is like a bait. I don't want to use it without proper information. Leader of troublemakers. Why are they both here at the school at this time? It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry, thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gone into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. Maybe there's like some sort of resentment involving like a previous girl at the school with that teacher that's like influencing her. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know he told me from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress up like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. What the fuck is that behind me? Put Mr. Janochi or he told me will be a curse spirit? I don't know, we should be careful just in case. Yako. When I give the signal, run. Go straight for the entrance, don't look back no matter what. Why, did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. Out there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go. Holy shit, she's an exorcist. Don't look back, don't look back. The scream? Uh-oh. What the fuck was that? I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym, man. She's literally Mom. Yeah. Exactly. I'm fucking scared. What are you doing, miss? This guy honestly looks friendly. You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyways, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. Makoto Ashimiya, school janitor. Popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature. Remembers all the names and faces of those attending the school. Remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Komagata High. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this. I'm sorry, I forgot something back at the classroom. No sass today, huh? Realized you were in the wrong, did you? Yes. Forgot something in the classroom, huh? You're a piece of work. But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do. What's that in your hand? Uh-huh. Oh, shit. Well, this is what I forgot. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. No way, I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... This is like a secret hidden fucking option. I'm guessing this is like a branching point for later. So I haven't unlocked it yet. Actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That's so. Who's your friend? My classmate. Mio Kurosuzu. Ah, that transfer student. Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. Oh no, he's gonna die! Don't look! She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful. Though, you don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. Fucking death flag. "2 a.m. He's not coming out, is he? She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. She told you to go if she doesn't come back. I was starting to get worried. I'm gonna go take a look. Oh my god. It's over. We're dead too. Mio? Are you there? Oh my god. 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 Huh? Mio! Ah! Mio, what happened? What the fuck is that ghost? Where did I go wrong this time? It's my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Mio. I'm sorry, the truth is, Yako Sakazaki, deceased. I wonder if I was supposed to kill that teacher then. Oh, what the? My arts, you have seemed to arrive at a less than favorable result. But that was bound to happen. Someone who is not to be trusted. Once you have an idea of who it is, be sure to come back. I'm sure you'll see what you need to do differently. It's a difficult judgment for Yako Sakazaki to make. This chapter will remain complete for now. I recommend you try another route. Now then, until next time. I want to try and see if anything changes, but man, there's such a long sequence after you see the teacher. Okay, let's see. Cause it's so spooky. Oh wait, no, not here. Check it out. Like, how does this work? Is this stone like AoE? Hey. Die, Mr. Janoichi. What's the sound? Oh, Ohio wrote in. Welcome. We came just in time to see the first kill of the stream. No, Yaku, stop. You'll kill Hitomi too. I have to do something. Hi. Who's over there? Who's there? Oh, what? Oh. Huh. Okay. So I guess you can't change it then. You can't change this sequence of events. So that's what happens if you try to kill him. Damn. Alright, I'm assuming they want me to play Harue's part. I think I'm gonna save that for next stream. I'm getting kind of tired. Random person in the back of the class. I don't know. You think that there was a person that I didn't see? But yeah, good morning, Rhoda. I think it's morning for you, because I remember hearing like Sweden's like 7 hours ahead or something. Is it 7 hours ahead or behind? I'm thinking it's ahead, so good morning. Yeah, I'll probably have to check out someone else's plot thread, and then once I reach a block with Harue, I'll come back and see what I can do about this part. Yeah. Sorry, you always come in like at a bad time. Well, it's not exactly a bad time, but like the end of the stream. We were like 3 times in the middle of the night. No clue how I slept well. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I'm always like waking up in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep. And Ohayo Kyoki Satori. I'm not a cat though. But hello. Unfortunately, I'm calling it here for today. I'm getting pretty tired. Made some pretty good progress, learning more about what the hell is going on in what the fuck? What's the name of the city? It's like Sumida or something, I think. Yeah, Sumida. Man, this game is so cool. Yeah, I really like that. Like, the name uses the character for ink, and they kind of use that with the character designs and stuff. It's a very inky feel to it. But that'll be all for me tonight. Let me find someone to raid. Pop over the chat screen. What other QT? What are you talking about? Oh man, Meat's playing Travis Strikes Again. That's such a cool game. Let's see, who do I want to raid? Ooh. Toho. It's like, are there other people playing Paranormafight? I don't stream with another girl, unless you're talking about Saku. Yeah, they're only for weekly K streams, which is tomorrow. Them. Yeah, it's Pride Month. He's asleep. You should follow them if you want to talk about that stuff with them. They can't be here at every single stream. Is this person doing a collab? What is happening on this stream? Kenji's doing a collab? Oh, are they? Oh yeah, they're playing Dokapon Kingdom. I was thinking about raiding them actually. Last time I tried to raid them, like they were ending. And I was like, damn it. Yeah, good call, chat. Yeah, we can raid Kenji. They're playing with Kind, they're playing with Bodega, they're playing with Kaji. Dude, I really want to play Dokapon. Dokapon looks like a really fun game to play. Is it on Steam? Did you manage to make your Toboki No name? Dagofon? Maybe. Yeah, let's raid Golden Kenji. They're playing Dagofon Kingdom. They're a really cool VTuber. They have really great taste. They like a lot of the same things that I do. They're really, really cool. Please do check them out and hope you guys have fun over there. I'm not a cat boy, but they're a cat boy. So if you want to hang out with an actual cat boy, go hang out with Golden Kenji. But that'll be all for me. Do I have my schedule up? Oh yeah. So tomorrow is Shukan Ho Haishin with Saku. So if people want to hang out with Saku, talk to Saku, they'll be there. They'll be there. I don't share with them every single day. It's once a week. That's all I can take without going insane. So if you want more Saku, they'll be here on my stream tomorrow. We'll be in chapter 3 of One Bit Heart. I don't know how many chapters are in that game, but man, that game is like really, really well made. There's a lot of like effort and stuff put into it with the. Well, I think the music's free use, but the artwork is really awesome. And yeah, on Sunday I'll probably be playing Xenoblade. Time's running out. Good night, everybody. Take care. Sweet dreams. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care.